Because this is so fast, I'm just gonna jump right in. Here I'm kind of starting out with my idea, but I didn't really like where it was going, so I started over. I wanted this to be simple, but not simple, like clean. So her body's very curved, like her arms are very curved. She has 6. It was inspired by Love Teacup Kisses. I'll like put her links below and all that good stuff. But this first layer is just, if you see my videos, you know that I outline everything, like I draw everything out, and then the layer under it is more of like stuff I want to color in or highlight in shadows. Here I thought I wanted more detail to this girl, and then I was like, like I said, I want it to be clean but not too detailed. So I gave her a book, pen, and an iPad, which an iPad, and we just saw the 2 other hands that were smoking or getting, you know. But this part in particular, I'm just adding details to like her clothes. I use more darker marks, like I go over more for more detail, and you'll see that I'll use a paintbrush instead of a pencil to outline like everything else, like her hair and her arms. Right now I was just adding like more structure to like her torso rather than her arms. Like her arms are more carefree, so I kind of just left that as is. The line on her torso though, that was more like an accessory, that's not like her body. But I do go back in and kind of erase the thinner lines, like even though I'm going over the pencil mark, I go over it with a paintbrush and then I erase the pencil, kind of like I would like on paper. And I don't know, the pencil marks is just a sketch, but instead of doing it on one layer then doing it over with a paintbrush on a different layer, I do it all on one. Like the software I use is very limiting. It only allows 3 layers at a time, at the most, at a time. But anyways, when I use my background, it's the base color of something else. In this case, it was her skin. The shoes, I had an idea, didn't want to really follow through. And that number I wrote was the sizing of the paintbrush, because as the video progresses, I use the paintbrush on different parts, but I know that 6.4 is the size I want to use for outlining, and I don't want to forget that, because I know that I want to outline again, like if I erase something by accident and things like that. Color scheme wise, I don't know. I'm thinking like summer. These are pretty ass colors. Anyways, I start highlighting in a way like you would highlight your face or things like that. Like I draw it or I put the color down and then I blend it later on. And then you could see next to her head, like I put down the colors that I use to highlight, like kind of add light shadow and a dark shadow, and then I blend it out. But anything I want to put more light on, I airbrush it, like what I'm doing right now to her, kind of her stomach. When it comes to the face, I didn't want to put actual features. I kind of just I put down the lighter shadow and then I put down the darker shadow to indicate where her eyes would be, her cheekbones, things like that. And if I wanted more indication, I would put lines. I put in a kind of a septum ring because she's not human, clearly, but I don't know. I think things like that make her stand out more. But I go back in, kind of clean up the parts that I colored, things like that. And then I start coloring in the object she has in her hand. But when I go in to do other things, I clean up everything else around it. And Lord have mercy. I don't know. Like, some things they're left messy, other things not so much. Like, it's kind of just the basics, I guess. I don't know how to explain that, so please don't ask. Yeah, that's it for now. But I'll probably pop back in. It's just going back and forth, just cleaning what I color at this point. So there's not much I can say about that. All I can really say is subscribe, thumbs up, comment, everything. Yeah, all that good stuff. At this point, I'm kind of just going back in for finalizing. Like, I decided she was too plain, so I added some little details to her body and to her face, to her hair. I like the pink on her forehead. Kind of reminded me of like Starfire from Teen Titans. But I decided upon her arms and on that body jewelry she had. And that's all it really is. Thank you guys for watching. You already know the drill. Instagram stuff, blah blah blah. And that's it. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.